There is a guy called James Howells. I don't know if that name rings a bell. He got his hands on a Bitcoin or a couple of Bitcoins. And these Bitcoins, this digital currency, is now rumored to be worth somewhere in the region of $760 million.
All the files that I believed I needed were already on my new computer. The drive was in a drawer on its own. I'd thought that I'd taken off everything I needed.
760, he's almost a billionaire, right? If he can just find these Bitcoins.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't take it out. It stayed in the bin and then came down to the landfill site here with the other bags that I brought.
So like way back, like when Bitcoin was super in its infancy, right? Nobody really knew much about it. Would it last? Was it reliable? Was it all a scam, a Ponzi scheme, etc.? This guy got on board, and he is certain that it's in this rubbish dump, in this refuse site area, amongst all manner of other rubbish, junk, used condoms, old nappies, shit, piss, everything horrible. Anyway, he's certain that it's there, and this case has gone. Basically, you will be familiar with the law in the UK that once you throw something away in the dump, it is no longer your property. Okay, you don't have any right to it. You can't go in there to retrieve it. You can't say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw this thing away." The council just own it. It's just off limits. It's probably a smart move, that rule, because you don't want people rummaging through all of that. I mean, anything could be in there. Diseased needles, fucking cholera. So the rule makes sense to be there. However, every now and then, a James Howells comes along. He could be real. He could be for real. I definitely know I have Bitcoin and I know that it's in that dump. I have to get my hands on. He could also be a complete nutter. He could be like this is his ruse. This is his way of attracting attention. He could be a narcissist. It could be like a way of getting laid. Like, hey, baby, I'm totally a billionaire. Come follow me. Come back to my bed sit. I don't know why I need an American accent for that. Come back to my bed sit. Come back to my bed sit, because I am totally a billionaire. It's just all my money's tied up at the moment. All my money's tied up. It's like that sort of scam, isn't it? Every woman listening to this will have dated or formed a relationship with a guy who had a story like that. I've heard them 10, 20, 30 times of different women. Every woman out there will have encountered a guy that had a tale like, oh yeah, no, I've got like 300 grand coming to me. It's just all tied up in probate and my investments overseas. I've got a lot of it tied up in gold, but you can't liquidate gold. And I'm just waiting for it to all come through. Maybe this could be that. This could be his very modern, new media, new tech take on that sort of scam. Although, you know what, it's difficult to imagine a man concocting a tale, an angle that seeks to get him laid that also includes him rummaging around in a refuse site. It's like not very. No, I mean, the Bitcoin's sexy. The Bitcoin is sexy. I'm going to be a billionaire. That's sexy. I'm sure that's a turn on to a lot of men and women out there. I'd suck him off for $760 million. No, I'm not even explaining myself. I would do that. But, observing this individual combing day after day, night after night through a refuse site, his life's goal now, his aspirate. Like, you want a guy with goals, right? You want to go, oh, one day I'm going to be a CFO. One day I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to generate all this money. One day I'm going to be a famous rock star or centre forward for England. You want a guy with goals. But are you turned on when the guy's goal is like, I just want to gain entry. Just want to gain entry to the local refuse site and have a good old rummage around in there. James Howell is the guy. It says, man who lost $760 million Bitcoin fortune might buy the dump. It says James Howell is considering buying the garbage dump that he believes his $760 million Bitcoin fortune was lost in. after losing a legal battle with the local authority to be granted access to the site. Computer engineer James Howell from Wales says that in the summer of 2013, his ex-partner mistakenly took a hard drive containing his Bitcoin wallet to a Newport garbage dump. A lot of Americanisms in here, isn't there? This is the Irish Star, and yet it is written like it's all in dollars, and we're talking about garbage dumps. I mean, maybe I should be allowed to do the thing in an American accent. After all, everybody else is. Anyway, he claims that cryptocurrency is now worth an estimated £620 million or $760 million. James has been fighting to be granted access to the search for the hard drive ever since his partner threw it away. Is she still his partner? Can this relationship survive that? How long do you reckon it? Like, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. How long do we think that relationship survived after she threw away his billionaire status? How long do we think? And why? Why did she throw it away? Because I wouldn't rule out, right? Like, speaking as an IT geek, speaking as an engineer, and somebody who spends all of his free time as well doing stuff like this, right? Editing, uploading, always computer-based, right? As a man who royally fucks off his other half with the amount of time that he spends on his laptop, I want to know, like, was it that sort of situation where she was just like, you're always on that bloody laptop? Picks up his hard drives, USB hard drive. I'd like to see you log on now without, throws it away. Turns out it's fucking $1 billion. I don't know, man. Could a relationship survive this kind of loss? I used to believe in love, guys. Used to believe in love. But then Molly May and Tommy Fury split up, and now I just don't know what to think anymore.
Just another